You either view crypto mining as a form of passive income where you could make a few bucks every day, or if you view crypto as an asset, you can use mining as a way of accumulating a big amount of that asset with the plan of selling at a massive profit in the future after a big price increase. And if that's you, then keep watching, because in this video I'm gonna break down the 5 or so reasons why I personally think mining at a loss is totally fine and actually could make sense. And no, it's not just because the coin price could go up later. Now, I want to preface this video by saying that this isn't me going out of my way advising you all to just mine on no matter what and disregarding everything. Rather, the point of it is to serve as a reality check, a look into why maybe losing a few cents mining every day isn't a big deal all things considered, and why the reality of mining profitability probably isn't exactly what you might think it is. So, let's get right into all of that after a quick word from our sponsor. CoinLedger is a crypto and NFT tax software built to save you time and help maximize your tax refund. Thankfully, CoinLedger has made the process of doing this super easy. All you have to do is sign up for an account and link your crypto wallets. That's it. What CoinLedger then does is it looks at the transaction data of those wallets and uses that to automatically generate a tax report for you in your country's local currency. You can then take this report and export it into any tax filing software like TurboTax or TaxAct, or you can send it off directly to an accountant. Best part is that if you use my link in the description below, you can sign up and use CoinLedger entirely for free. And once you're happy with the reports and are ready to export, you can save 10% by using my discount code SEB. But that's not all. They're also doing a giveaway where you can win a free $300 tax report. So make sure you click on that link in the video description below for more details. So let's start by just quickly defining what we mean with mining at a loss or not being profitable. Basically, as miners, we turn these machines on, be it GPU rigs or ASICs or whatever. Those machines then use electricity and we get paid out in the coin of our choice, right? So we have a reward, which is the mined coins, and we have a cost, which is the price we pay for the electricity used by the mining rigs. And yes, we also have the cost of the hardware. More on that later. Don't get distracted just yet, alright? So, being unprofitable basically means that the price you paid for the electricity on any given day is higher than the worth of the coins you got paid on that particular day. Or in other words, if you would have taken the money you spent on power and just bought the coin outright, you would have gotten more of that particular coin that way. Now, of course, as a quick side note here, what I always preach on the channel is that the actual profitability isn't set on the day you mine the coins, but rather on the day you sell the coins. Because let's say you mined $5 worth of crypto and paid $6 for the electricity, but you then sell those coins at a later date after they triple in price. You end up with $15, and after paying $6 in power, that's still a $9 profit, even though it looked like you were losing $1 per day. And yes, in that scenario, buying the coins would have been more profitable, but mining was still profitable. You paid $6 and you made $15. That is being profitable. But yeah, let's get back on topic. In general, this is what people refer to when they talk about crypto mining profitability. You pay more for the power to mine the coins than the coins are actually worth on that given day. But in my opinion, I think a lot of people put way too much emphasis on that concept, and I'll explain why in this video. The main reason for this is that this concept kind of falls apart as soon as you stop thinking about it theoretically and start trying to actually apply it in real life. So let's say you want to build up a big bag of Raven coin before the next bull market, which a lot of people expect to be in 2025. What mining then does is it allows you to spend a bit of money every day on power to continuously build up your Raven holdings. And yes, you might technically be in the red each day doing this compared to buying at the listed coin price. But let me ask you this. Have any of you actually tried buying a small amount of coin continuously every day? Because if you have, then you know that those few cents of extra coins you were supposed to get from buying instead of mining immediately get eaten up by transaction fees sending your money to the exchange, swap fees on the exchange, and then transaction fees moving your crypto off the exchange into your wallet. And many of these coins we mine and want to hold aren't even listed on exchanges that accept fiat or real money conversions. meaning that you first have to send money from your bank account to an exchange like Coinbase to buy something like Bitcoin, then transfer that Bitcoin to a different exchange to swap for the coin you actually want, to then finally move that coin off the exchange into your wallet. So yes, mining might be unprofitable compared to buying in some magical fairy tale land where we can just swap money for crypto at no cost whatsoever. But things start to look quite a bit different when you try to actually put that into practice in real life. And after all those fees, you probably end up with significantly less coin than you were supposed to. So you might be thinking, okay, that's fine, but what if I don't want to get a small amount each day? Maybe I just take the small amount of money I would have spent on power each day and save it up to make one big crypto purchase every month. And yes, absolutely, that is a good way to make sure those fees eat up a much less significant portion of your crypto purchase. But unfortunately, you then run into a completely different issue, which is timing the market. Let's say instead of mining, you set out to buy some Ravencoin every 4 weeks. So you start here, but then out of nowhere, the market decides to do something like this, where it went from about 1.7 cents per coin to over 3 cents per coin. So you compared mining versus buying the coin at the beginning of the month and decided that mining was unprofitable and that you should save up the power money to buy the coin at the end of the month. But now, all of a sudden, you literally end up with half the amount of coins you expected to at the beginning of the month, which is when you decided that mining was unprofitable. Next, I also want to talk about how, in my opinion, this whole conversation about mining profitability can turn toxic really quickly. And I think a lot of people just look at the numbers and then stop there without taking the extra minute or so to think about what those numbers actually mean. And I'm going to use an example here to explain my point of view. So let's say you have a rig of 8 3070s mining Ravencoin. Right now you can yield about 100 coins per day. Those 100 coins are right now worth about $3 at a coin price of 3 cents per coin, and you're paying about $4.50 for power each day if your power price is about 15 cents per kilowatt hour. Of course, that is then a loss of $1.50 per day, right? So you decide that mining is unprofitable and you turn your rig off. Now, let's say the next day, Ravencoin doubles in price to 6 cents per coin, which, by the way, isn't crazy to think at all. Ravencoin has been over 23 cents per coin before. Right, so you would still be mining 100 coins per day and you're still paying that same $4.50 per day for power. But those 100 coins are now worth $6 at this new coin price, which now means that you're making a profit of $1.50 per day. Okay, so now, all of a sudden, you are willing to turn your rig on to get those same 100 coins per day for the same $4.50 in power cost, just because you would get less coins from buying. But yesterday, you weren't willing to pay those $4.50 for 100 coins. Come on, either you are willing to pay those $4.50 for the 100 coins, or you're not. All right, I want to add one more section here that I just thought of, because yes, I know some of you are thinking, well, in that loss scenario, if you sell every day, then the first day you would have lost money, but in the second day you would have made money, and that is the difference. But seriously, how many of you are actually selling your mined coins every single day? And if you really are, then I guarantee that the very first point I made in this video actually applies to you still, just the other way around. Because if you take that small amount of coin you mine every single day, send it from your wallet to an exchange, make the swap, then take that money from the swap and send it to your bank account, then that little bit of profit will be eaten up really quickly to transaction fees and exchange fees. And on that same note again, if you decide to only mine on profitable days and save up your coins to make one bigger sale, let's say once per month, then you again run into the trouble of timing the market. If the coin price drops right before you sell, well, then even though it looked like you were profitable on the day you mined, you were actually unprofitable because you sold at a loss. Or if the price goes up, then that means that all those days you didn't mine because it was unprofitable actually were profitable after all, and you missed out on a lot of profit by turning your rigs off on those days. Now I can hear your comments through the screen shouting at me about how it's not just about the cost we pay for electricity, but also the price we pay for the mining hardware, like our GPUs or ASICs or whatever. But here's the thing, mining hardware prices really tend to follow the crypto market. And what that means is that when coin prices are high and mining profitability is very high, hardware is really expensive. But during those times, if you want to, you can make that money back by mining and selling your crypto to get your return on investment that way. Basically, that's how I built up my whole mining farm in 2021 to 2022. I started with just a few GPUs, and as I made money mining, I cashed out my profits to buy more hardware, which meant I could mine even more and cash out to buy even more, and so on while times were still good. But then of course, as the market goes down, mining becomes less profitable, and as a result, mining hardware prices plummet. And what that means is that right now, in times like these, you can pick up a lot of mining hardware for dirt cheap. And yes, on paper, it might look like they won't ever make back the money you buy them for. But then what happens is that out of nowhere, we see another bull market where crypto prices skyrocket. And if you've been mining all this time, of course you've yielded all this coin that could potentially be worth many times more than when you first mined it. But not only that, and more importantly, now all of a sudden, because mining is super profitable again, your mining hardware now sells for twice the amount you paid for it, even used on eBay. And this is something we absolutely saw in the last market cycle, where in 2019 you could buy some GPUs like the RX 580s for around 50 bucks, and those same GPUs then sold for over 150 during the bull market in 2021 and 2022. Alright, so let's end this video off with just talking about what this all actually means in the grand scheme of things. But first, quick word from our sponsor.
Established in 2017, Octominer is an international mining hardware company. They manufacture and engineer the best mining equipment in the industry and supply rigs to some of the largest mining farms around the world. Their GPU mining rigs also integrate with the top crypto operating systems like HiveOS, MinerStat, and Simple Mining. All parts come with an international 1-year warranty. Exciting news! They will be adding ASIC miners for sale to their website soon and launching a new product built specifically for ASIC home miners. Please visit octominer.com or email support@octominer.com for questions.
I want to end this video off by just leveling with you guys for a bit. Honestly, in my opinion, it all comes down to what your expectations were when you got into crypto mining. I think a lot of people took the profitability numbers they saw in 2021 at face value and expected mining to just be a beautiful source of passive income where you could just set your machines up once and they'll just stand there printing money for you indefinitely. But if you came into mining because you want to build up a big holding of crypto as a long-term investment strategy, then day-to-day profitability is less important to you. Because when you boil it down to its fundamentals, mining is basically just a way of acquiring crypto, but with extra steps. But when done right, those extra steps are worth it. Because during the periods of high prices and high mining profitability, those extra steps mean you get more coins than you would from buying the coins. And during other periods, it means that you still have this hedge of hardware that you could also view as a secondary investment, able to increase in price and sell for a profit later. Now, I'm gonna recommend 2 videos here that dive further into some of the topics I've touched on in this video. The first one is on how mining crypto is better than buying crypto, and the second one is my recommendations for a long-term mining strategy.